hi, darling. What can I do for you?
Have you met Lauren?
I've seen her in passing in the mornings. She sets up the most wonderful breakfast, but I haven't been to a shop. Can't say I'm very outdoorsy myself.
What can you tell me about the new owner?
Dennis? I'd say he's all business. Can't say that's a bad thing, but he's not the person you'd hang around for a good time. I caught him hollering at Ronnie one time, too. I don't like a man who yells at his employees.
Why was he yelling at him?
Not entirely sure. I caught the tail end of it, but it was something like, if you just do your job right, maybe you wouldn't be getting these letters.
Interesting. What can you tell me about Ronnie?
Oh, he's fine, just a little slow in doing his job.
What do you mean?
He takes his sweet time getting me fresh towels or going to the store when I ask him to.
Is going to the store part of his job?
It should be.
Have you met Henry?
I stopped by his curiosity shop a couple of times. I've also found him snooping around the inn on several occasions.
Snooping? What was he looking for?
What everyone's looking for. The ghost.
Why does he have an interest in the ghost?
He knew the girl. Knew her family pretty well from what I hear. Beyond that, I have no idea.
You met Lisa, right? The former inn owner?
I did. Lovely woman. It's a shame she had to sell the place.
Thanks for the help.
Goodbye for now.
Hey, Alex. Did you need something?
Shirley told me that she's heard Dennis yelling at you before. What was that about?
I messed up someone's reservation. They took it out on Dennis, who took it out on me.
Does he yell often?
Well, that's the only time so far, but he's only been my boss for a couple of months.
Shirley mentioned that she's seen Henry snooping around the inn. Have you seen him around?
I've caught him lurking a few times. I had to tell him to stay off the property.
What do you think he's looking for?
Probably something to do with Audrey. He was really torn up when she died. I think he saw her as the daughter he never had.
And he was close with Lisa?
Yeah, he was good friends with Lisa and her husband.
I'd like to talk to him for myself. How do I get to his shop?
It's a bit of a trek by foot. A lot of people bike around here. We have a bicycle out back you can use, but it needs a part from Lauren's shop. I keep forgetting to pick it up with everything going on.
I could pick it up for you.
Really? That would help me out a lot. I know I'm pushing it, but could you fix the bike as well? It's a simple fix, just a new tube and some air in the tire.
I'm on it. Hey, Lauren.
Hi there.
Would it be okay if I ask you some more questions about the inn?
Still feeling uneasy?
Yeah.
I don't think you have anything to worry about, but I've got some time. What do you want to know?
What do you know about the collapsed building by the lake?
That's where Audrey crashed when she died. I try to stay away from it. Too many bad memories.
Ronnie sent me to get a package from you.
Oh yeah, he called over. I have it right here for you. I threw in a bottle of tire slime too, so that bike stops getting flats. I keep telling Ronnie he needs to use it.
Slime?
Yeah, you put it in the tires and it seals up any punctures. It'll reduce your chance of getting a flat.
Oh, thank you. Well, thank you for your time, Lauren.
See you around.
Hey, Alex. Did you need something?
I got that bike part from Lauren.
Great. The bike's out back. And there's a bike pumper around here somewhere.
Somewhere? You don't know where?
It shouldn't be too hard to find.
Right.
Talk to you later.
If you need my help, I'm here.
Wait. Does that chest have Audrey's name on it? These comments are interesting. This bike has a flat tire. won't work. Gotta add that slime. Can't do that. Almost there.
Oh, hello there, little lady. Welcome to a new view. Is there something you're looking for? A present for your mother? A dresser? Oh, maybe something a little more interesting. A preserved hamster.
No. Just looking. You have a preserved hamster?
I do indeed. His name's Boo.
You named the hamster.
He came with the name. Take a look around. Let me know if you have any questions.
Actually, I do have some questions.
Of course. I may even have the answers.
You're familiar with the White Oak Inn and what's going on there?
I'm very familiar. You a journalist or something?
No, I'm just a guest staying there.
Oh, and you happened to see the ghost?
Yes, actually. Did you know the ghost? The young woman who died there?
I did. I was good friends with her family, too. Her death was heartbreaking. What did you say your name was?
My name's Alex.
And you are not a journalist.
No, I'm not a journalist.
Because this town doesn't need someone plastering its dark history all over the internet.
I have no interest in plastering anything anywhere. But I am curious about what's happening at the inn. Aren't you?
I'm concerned more than curious.
What are you concerned about?
I'm concerned that nosy people will start hanging around asking nosy questions.
And what are you afraid those nosy people will find?
Things that are none of their business.
You know what? I'd love to look around and see what you have in your store. You said you had a preserved hamster?
Boo.
Right. Boo.
Look around. Let me know if you see anything you like.
Alonzi? Alonzi? Perfect for a detective. Go for the eyes, Boo. Why so serious? Looks like plexiglass. It's a rock. I'm missing something. Are you my mummy?
Have you found something to take home with you?
All right, I'd like to buy this.
Wonderful. Let me ring that up for you.
Thank you. I gotta say, you've got quite the store here.
Yes, I like to dabble in all sorts of interests, and the store gives me an excuse to do it.
I can see how it would. Well, thank you. I better get back to the inn.
Wait, before you go, you asked me if I was curious about what's happening at that inn. I get the feeling you won't stop asking questions until you know. If you find anything, will you talk to me? At least before you tell the internet.
Henry, if you know something, you can trust me.
Trust is earned. We will see.
Yeah, we'll see. Goodbye, Henry.
We'll meet again.
How can I help you?
Do you make it a habit of yelling at your employees?
What?
I heard that you yelled at Ronnie for making a mistake. Does that happen often?
No. Are there any other accusations you'd like to make?
Not at the moment. Have you met Henry?
The owner of the curiosity shop? Ronnie and I have both had to ask him to leave the property.
He's caused trouble?
Not yet, but I won't wait to find out. The police have already given him a warning. If it continues, I will have to press charges.
Thanks for your time, Dennis.
Close the door on your way out.
Hey, Alex. Did you need something?
Is there any way I could get into the shed out back?
Dennis has the only keycard.
Okay. Thanks, Ronnie.
Why are you interested in this shed?
I saw a chest with Audrey's name on it. I want to find out what's in it.
Oh, interesting. Dennis leaves at 6 p.m. every day, in case you'd like to know.
Noted. That'll give me a chance to look into Dennis as well.
He's a suspect?
Everyone's a suspect. Thanks for the help.
If you need my help, I'm here.
It's past 6. I should take a look in Dennis's office. hides behind doors of dust and fire? Ew. It sounds like Henry and Audrey's mom were pretty close. What? Help me. What was that? Ow! Shirley, are you okay?
I think I'm all right, dear. I just slipped. Why in Poseidon's name is there all this water out here? That blasted ghost has done it again.
Can I help you?
No, thank you, dear. I'm all right. I'm just gonna head back to my room for the night.
beats.
Hey, Alex. Did you need something?
I saw the ghost again last night. She said, "Help me." Why do you think Audrey's ghost would say that?
Maybe she's trapped here? Can't move on to the afterlife?
Maybe.
Why don't you ask Shirley? She seems to know a lot about ghosts.
Yeah, that's a good idea. She may have seen something last night, too.
What do you mean?
She had an accident, slipped on some of those water footprints you mentioned.
Oh, is she okay?
She seemed fine, just flustered.
That's good to hear. I'm glad she's okay.
Actually, I wanted to ask you something about Henry.
What is it?
I found Audrey's old diary, and she mentions him in it. It seems to indicate that he hung around the inn quite a bit when Audrey's father wasn't around.
Wait, what are you implying?
I don't know. I don't even know if it matters, but it sounds like Henry spent a lot of time here and is still trying to get involved. You said he doesn't like you, right?
Nah, he was never my biggest fan.
Well, it's a lead that I need to look into more.
Here.
What's this?
Lisa's number. She knows Henry better than most people. Maybe she can help.
There's a collapsed house out by the lake. What do you know about it?
It's an old boathouse. That's the spot where Audrey crashed.
Who owns it?
It's part of the inn's property.
Why hasn't it been repaired?
Lisa had plans to repair it, just never got around to doing it. I think it was too hard for her to deal with. Then she ended up selling the place. Dennis wants to repair it and build it up as a second business.
He's all business, huh?
Oh, yeah. He seems good at what he does, though.
I talked to Dennis. Did you know that his great-grandmother originally opened this inn?
Yeah, I knew. That's why he bought the place.
Do you think he would use Audrey's death to get the inn back?
I don't think so. From what I understand, he stumbled across the listing while he was looking for new business opportunities.
You know that for sure.
That's what I heard.
Talk to you later.
If you need my help, I'm here.
How can I help you?
Have you ever seen the ghost?
No, I've only heard stories. And that's all they are, stories.
But it's not a story. I saw the ghost.
People see what they want to see.
I didn't want to see anything. I just saw it.
You seem very interested in what's going on here. Your subconscious could have had willed it to happen without you knowing you wanted to see it.
That makes no sense when I hardly knew what was going on here.
It makes perfect sense.
If you think the ghost is only a story, how will that help your business?
People love a good story. They'll pay good money for one, and this inn will allow people to be immersed in an experience. They'll feel like they're a part of it, and then they'll tell their friends all about it.
You wouldn't be tempted to add to the story?
I won't need to. People's own imaginations will do the brunt of the work, and the lore of the inn, as well as my business, will keep growing.
Did you happen to be around last night?
I was here until 6 like always. Why do you ask?
I thought I saw a man in the dark outside. Just wondering who it was.
Henry, if you see him again, let me or Ronnie know. We'll have the cops come over and check.
I've heard there have been accidents surrounding the ghost. You're not worried about the safety of your guests?
Accidents. I've had a few clumsy guests who want to blame things on a ghost. No, I'm not worried.
Thanks for your time, Dennis.
Of course.
Come in. Good morning, darling. Come to check on old Shirley?
How are you feeling after that fall?
My backside's bruised, but not as much as my ego. Anyways, enough about me. You did some exploring last night. Find anything interesting?
I actually had a question. Have you ever had a ghost ask you for help?
For help? Let me think. There was the Arlington ghost, a cowboy who lost his love before he died. Folks told stories of him asking them to return his beloved Clarice.
That's sad. Did the cowboy ever find her?
No, not that I've heard. As far as I know, he's still there, asking for her return. Then there was the ghost of Deblawnay Lake. She lost her handbag in the water. When I saw her, that's all she could talk about.
Were you able to help her?
Bless your heart, I was not going swimming for a lost handbag in a murky lake.
Even if it meant bringing rest to a lost spirit?
The lost spirit can't get wet. She can go find her own handbag. Why are you asking me this? Got some ghost problems?
I was outside last night when the ghost showed up again and said, "Help me."
Sounds like this ghost thinks you can help. If I were you, I'd listen.
Says the woman who wouldn't go diving for a handbag.
You got me there. Maybe I should have listened. Would have made a better blog post anyhow. Maybe you should learn from my mistake and listen this time around.
That gives me something to think about. Thanks for your help, Shirley.
Anytime, dear.
Hello?
Hi, is this Lisa?
Yes, who is this?
I'm a detective working for Ronnie. He thinks you may be able to help me with some questions I have.
Why does Ronnie need a detective? Does this have to do with those letters? Are they getting worse?
You knew about the threats he was receiving?
I wouldn't say they were threats, more like guilt trips.
Do you know why someone would want Ronnie to feel guilty?
I know why many people would want him to feel guilty. They blame him for Audrey's death.
Why does everyone blame Ronnie?
Ronnie and Audrey had gotten into a fight the night she died. She got upset and went for a boat ride. She did her best thinking on that lake, but driving and anger don't pair well. She crashed, and everyone blames Ronnie because they want to have someone to blame.
Are there other reasons someone might be angry with Ronnie?
Probably. I've angered people in my past. I'm sure you have as well, Detective. But these letters shouldn't be taken seriously. Anyone sending them is playing a childish game.
I have some other questions for you if you don't mind.
Yes?
You seem to stick up for Ronnie. What was your relationship with him like when he was dating Audrey?
He's like a son to me. I stuck up for him then, and I'll stick up for him now.
I've heard you and Henry are close. What can you tell me about him?
Yes, Henry and I were close. I assume you know more than I'd like you to know, Detective. But part of the reason why I sold the inn was to have a second chance.
Because Audrey died?
That was part of it, yes. I was haunted by her death, and then her hauntings became real. My husband and I had to get away, but that wasn't what I was talking about.
You were talking about Henry.
Yes, you already seem to know somehow.
That you had an affair?
You get straight to the point, Detective, don't you? Yes. If I have to say it, yes, I had an affair. Tom, my husband, found out about it. It had happened off and on for years. Henry tried to convince me to leave my husband, but I couldn't. Finally, he became impatient and told Tom what had happened. I think Henry hoped that if Tom left me, I would end up with him.
But he didn't leave you.
No, he gave me a second chance. but part of our agreement to stay together was moving away. So I listed the inn for sale and sold the place. When Audrey's ghost started showing up, I was even more grateful for our decision.
Her ghost showed up after you listed the inn? I thought it was the other way around.
No, I listed it, but didn't tell anyone until after the haunting started. I wasn't ready to answer any questions they might have. So, in a strange way, Audrey made it easier for us to move on.
What do you know about Dennis, the man who bought your inn?
He'd been hounding me to buy that place for years. He'd come to town once in a while to chat me up about it.
Oh, really?
Yes. When I listed it, I let him know we were ready to sell. Took him a couple months to reorganize his assets and make an offer, but it was a generous one.
He told me he had just happened across the listing for the inn.
Maybe you misunderstood him.
I know what I heard.
Well, he must have told you wrong.
What can you tell me about Lauren?
Audrey, Ronnie, and Lauren were best friends growing up. She spent a lot of time at the inn. We didn't always get along, though.
Why not?
We disagreed on Audrey and Ronnie dating.
She didn't approve, but you did?
Why do you care about their relationship?
I need to look at this case from every angle. Anything you can tell me will help.
I could see what Audrey saw in Ronnie. I've known him since he was a child. He has a good heart. He just lost his way for a moment.
But Lauren didn't agree.
Lauren cares for Ronnie in her own way, but for a time, Ronnie's troubles were becoming Audrey's troubles. Lauren came to me about it, wanting to break them up. I told her no because I trusted Audrey to make her own decisions.
And Lauren didn't like that?
She has a tendency to think she knows what's best for people, and Audrey was her best friend. She wanted to protect her.
Was Shirley staying here when you left?
Shirley?
She's a blogger staying at the White Oak. She writes about ghosts.
Ah, that's right. I remember her being excited when the ghost showed up. She lacked tact. And she's still around?
Yeah. Sounds like she's hoping to get a good story out of everything going on.
Sounds like she has as much empathy as when I left. My daughter's ghost showed up and she couldn't understand why I didn't want to be hounded with questions.
Thank you for your time. I'll call again if I have any more questions.
Goodbye, Detective.
Hey, Alex, what's the latest on your case?
Well, I saw the ghost again, and it asked for my help.
Did it invite you out for coffee, too?
No, I'm serious. It asked for my help.
What does that mean?
It means that there's something more going on here, that the ghost is here for a reason, that... I don't know, Concilio. You're the one who sent me on a ghost chase. I'm not used to my cases being haunted.
Alex, you're there to figure out who is threatening Ronnie. Don't forget that that's your main focus.
I know. I just think there's more going on here.
And you might find it, but don't forget why you're there.
I won't.
I'll let you get back to your case. Keep me updated.
Aye, aye. There's a shop owner nearby who keeps snooping around the property.
What's he looking for?
I don't know, but I intend to find out.
You'll have to be the better snoop.
Oh, I will be.
I like the confidence.
Talk to you later.
I'll let you get back to work then.
Hey, Alex. How's the case going?
I saw the ghost again.
You did? Tell me everything.
Well, I was snooping around the property when the ghost showed up out of nowhere and said, "Help me." Then I saw someone else running away in the woods.
The ghost asked for help? That seems strange.
Yeah, aren't ghosts supposed to scare you off?
That's what I learned from Scooby-Doo. Why would it be asking for help?
I don't know, but I plan on finding out.
You said you saw someone running away in the woods. They probably know something.
Yeah, but I don't know who it was. As I was chasing them, Shirley got into a ghost accident.
A ghost accident.
Yeah, the ghost left behind watery footprints that Shirley slipped on when I was in the middle of chasing whoever that person was.
Coincidence?
You think she fell on purpose?
It's just a thought.
Get this. I talked to Shirley, and she says that Henry, a local shop owner, has been snooping around the inn.
What's he doing around there?
Well, Shirley implied that he had close ties to the family who previously owned the inn.
Sounds like something to look further into.
I completely agree. Anyway, I'll talk to you later.
Keep me updated.
Thank you.